Never in a million years would I have ever thought I would come to the smallest state in the U.S. and harvest my biggest archery buck. But here I am at 10 yards, about to shoot this 143-inch Rhode Island monster buck. To give it a little bit of a backstory, I have a nonprofit in Alabama focused on making a positive and eternal impact through conservation. We partner with the state DCNR and teach hunting, fishing, trapping, and shooting workshops. For my personal hunting journey, I am on a mission to harvest a mature buck in every state to raise awareness for mental health and PTSD for anyone in a tough season of life. For years, I have personally fought mental battles from the military and through the loss of my daughter. Spending time in God's creation allows me time to heal and connect with God in a powerful way, and I love to share that opportunity with others so they can do the same. One night, I posted on Facebook asking about South Carolina's early velvet season hunt, and this random guy just messages me and asks me to call him. I thought I was calling to talk about South Carolina and hunting there, and instead he starts talking about his ministry in Rhode Island he is starting and asked me to come up and hunt with him for the season opener. Like most, I didn't even know that there were deer in Rhode Island, but tucked away in this little state are little pockets of farmland flooded with deer. However, after running trail cameras for 4 months, this was the biggest buck we'd seen. As you can imagine, I was expecting bigger deer, but decided if a 100-inch monster like this stepped out, he was definitely going down. Before we dive into the craziest hunt I've ever had in my life, let me share the impact John is making with his ministry. If you're not aware, the capital of Rhode Island is home to a building they call the Superman building because it resembles the Daily Planet from the Superman comic book. I find this fitting as you have a modern-day Superman living here and making a big difference. John Green is his name, and his mission is to guide these rare Rhode Island deer hunts to raise funds so military veterans can hunt for free. In the middle of him and his wife raising their 4 children, he eats, sleeps, and breathes hunting. That being said, if you are looking for an awesome guided Rhode Island deer hunt that will go directly to impact veterans, then give Superman, John Green, at Hunt with a Purpose a call for the hunt of a lifetime. Well, good morning everyone. It is opening day here in Rhode Island, of all places. Me and John are getting ready to head out right now. John, you ready?
Morning all. Let's get going.
Yeah, so explain in Rhode Island, like where we're going to hunt this morning, what's it like compared to other places that we hunt? So like, we're out hunting in Alabama, it's not too far from my house, but you're talking 2,000 or 3,000 acres of woods, continuous. So here it's a little bit different.
So the section of the area we're hunting today is going to be over in Warren, Rhode Island. It's a farmer that's got population control issues. There's an overpopulation of deer. They're creating crop damage and everything. He's got about a 45-acre plot of land that he owns, raises cattle on and turkey. And what we're going to do is we're going to be helping wipe out some of that herd.
We got a hurricane pushing in, so hopefully the pressure that's pushing in from that will get the deer on their feet today. We'll see what happens, but yeah, we're excited.
Let's have some fun.
I think we slept, collectively 30 minutes maybe?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, a little excited about opening day.
Yep. So let's get to it. All right, loaded up. So Crossbow 1, Crossbow 2. I'm pumped. Let's go.
All right, man, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get loaded up. Let's get going.
For those of you that are wondering why we crossbow hunt, I have nerve damage in my neck and back from the military, and I can't pull back a compound bow. I actually hate carrying a crossbow, so I wish I had one, but I left mine at home so I wouldn't have to check any luggage, and I'm using John's here. So our strategy this morning's a little bit unique, I guess, for opening day. A lot of times opening day you have a plan. What we're gonna do is kind of set up. John's gonna set up near the barn on the north side, and his wind is gonna be blowing to where all the deer could potentially be, but they're used to smelling the farmer and people move around the barn, so I'm not too concerned with scent. And then he's gonna call me if he sees anything. I'm gonna sit on the south end where my scent is blowing out of the property so it doesn't hit a deer at all. And we can both kind of set up to where we can see almost the entire property in that way. you know, if I see something, I can make a move, or hopefully maybe already be in the right spot. And then John, you know, can call out targets to me, basically. Like if he sees something moving, I can go try to cut it off. But we're just gonna do more like a spot and stalk observation, just because of not having, you know, but that one buck on camera. And hopefully we'll find something good. But this man, look at him, he's on a mission this morning. He's ready.
I know we're going to find something out there. You know, it's been rough. I mean, I know there's deer out there. We don't get to see them that much on the cameras. That's how they get big, you know. Hopefully we can find something. Sorry we don't have a better plan right now, but I think that this will give us the best chance for success.
Surely there's a big one somewhere, but you know, if it's 100 inches, I'm probably gonna shoot it because of what we've seen on camera. So we're gonna get to it. John just saw a bachelor group cutting across the pasture headed towards the corn. So I am sneaking down this fence row here and making my way through the cows to get over there. I'm gonna throw on this Insta360 camera and let y'all watch from there. But here's my cows. But let's see if I can get it done. And he said there's one good buck in the group, so we're gonna see. Go down, go down, go down, come on. Go down. Go down. Come on. Gosh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go down. Go down. I don't know what just happened, but hit the deer, man. It was loud. I thought it was a perfect shot, but he's limping like I definitely broke his leg or something, but he ran down straight for a while and then he cut in the corn. So I'm gonna see. Maybe we can catch him and cut him off or something, but I'm not too sure about that shot. I mean, me personally, for bow, I've never shot a deer and not watched it fall. I've been very fortunate, but he's limping really, really bad, but I just don't know if it's a lethal shot since he didn't fall right there. Please, God, let this deer go down, please. Maybe I hit like some kind of main artery or something. He'll bleed out, but I'll go check it. Oh, I can't find my Volt anywhere, but he went down this line of the corn and then he cut into it. So he's definitely headed for like the farming road coming in, and I'm just gonna go check that for blood, see if he made it through the corn or not. So the deer, as I was coming around the bend, he was just standing here in the road, like dazed and confused, and I arranged him, but it was like 101 yards, so obviously not gonna take that shot. But right here in the road, he came out of the corn, and he went straight into this corn. They crossed this farming road, and he's headed towards this block of woods, which hopefully, you know, we're gonna go around, and hopefully he's bedded either in this corn or maybe just in the edge of the woods, and we'll catch him or something. But I wanted to show y'all this. You can see here where he's dragging. So came across there. I caught, there's this big old buck in front of his track, and then came across and he drug across, and then you can see drag marks going through there too. But we're gonna hurry up and try to get around because he's moving really slow, but I'm hoping that he'll just bed up in this corn, maybe die. But it just, from what I saw, it doesn't look like that's gonna be a lethal wound. And as much as it makes me sick, that's just part of archery sometimes. But we're gonna keep after him and see what we got. Ready? Oh, we're moving through, and it's like there's a pond up here, so there's like a little creek drainage that's coming either into it or out of it. I can't tell, it's so flat, but you can see his imprints and his drag marks as we go through here. And what you have uniquely is, I don't know, John, if you can show that rock wall. You see it? Yeah. I don't think, him being as injured as he is, that he's gonna jump that wall, because every time he's kind of gotten to it, he's turned, back in. So whether he realizes it or not, he's thinking right now he can't jump the wall. And so he keeps turning back in, and we keep catching his drags, and we'll get a droplet of blood here or there, but the way it goes is this wall goes down, and then it turns, and it's kind of gonna create almost like a fence situation, like a boundary. So we have this ladder stand right here. So I may come back and get in it later, but we're gonna track him right now and just try to bump him up and see if we come up with anything. We might want to back out a little bit. It gets real thick over here. There's another track right here. Y'all can see it just gets super thick. So, as John just said, I think what we're going to do is we're going to just back out, and hopefully here in a little bit he'll go to water since he's hurt, and I'll sit up in that ladder stand and catch him coming out. Right now the wind's blowing, it's like a north wind, so it's blowing out of this thicket. I think with the way the boundary is, I think he'll come this way. It's just, wind. So we're gonna go out, catch our breath, get some breakfast, try to figure out a plan, and see if that's what we want to do. Well, we just got done eating McDonald's, eating our sorrows away. I definitely broke the deer's leg, but shot a little low. But if you don't make mistakes, you can never learn from them. So just gonna go out here and hopefully finish the deer off and have a nice Rhode Island buck on our hands. I'm up in the stand. I got this ladder stand that I'm in, and he's right over here in this thicket is what we're anticipating, imagining, hoping for. Just gonna sit here and wait him out. Wind keeps picking up heavy and then dying down, but it's a good strong north wind, which is perfect for what we need if he's gonna come back out. If those rock walls are a barrier for him, it's gonna be perfect to funnel him back this way. But just gonna sit here and hope we get him. It's been almost 2 hours. I haven't seen anything. I even called my wife, or texted my wife and my mom, and both just how bad I feel for making this buck suffer. And I was texting John, and John called me, and he's like, well, why don't we just try to bump him up and see if we can get him to come out? So that's what we're gonna do. John's gonna go around the north side and try to wind bump him and just kind of zigzag through the thicket as much as he can, as thick as it is, and see if we can get him to come out. But I'm gonna set up my Insta360 in hopes of catching some footage, but I don't know if it happens. It's probably gonna happen fast, and it's gonna be hard with the crossbow. I've never done a man drive with the crossbow, but at this point, as slow as he's moving with that broken leg, I'm thinking that it's gonna work. Might be worth a shot. I don't know. Only one way to find out. Meh. 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 Go. Go down. Go down. Go down. Come on. Come on. Go down. Go down. Go, 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 go. Come on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So John decided to go and try to bump him to me. And I see John like right over here, and the buck jumped up right there. Like he's been laying here beside me the whole time. It runs right under the tree, and I shot him right over here. I'm shaking like crazy. He's a big, big Rhode Island buck. I mean, like a stud. I shot him. I could see something hanging out. Big old red spot hanging out. So he's definitely gonna die. Just don't know when. So I'm gonna get down and see what we got. He's laying right there.
5 feet past where you watched the video.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, you're sitting there.
Gosh. When he jumped up, I mean, I can see him from the stand.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was you when you yelled.
That's why I yelled.
When you yelled, I thought I was looking at you because I saw you disappear in this thick stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't 10 yards from him.
No.
And he jumped up and he ran, and I couldn't get a shot.
Oh, yeah, he was a perfect spot for you.
So he ran. When he got to this opening, I shot over here, right in this opening. My arrow is right there on the ground. And I could see blood or guts or something just hanging out of his body. I hit him a little low because he was running.
Yeah.
But if I didn't hit him in this opening, he was gone.
Yeah.
So I had to shoot him while he was running.
Wasn't it?
Huh? Oh,
buck.
same buck. He's a stud. Did you see his antlers when you bumped him just then?
No. Dude, that was
It's,
such a
it's so
very
thick.
I had so many briars everywhere on me.
It's crazy. Oh, man. I'm shaking. Oh, man.
All right, here you go.
There's the arrow. Muddy and gutty.
Real gutty.
Yep. So, dude, thank you.
Good job, man.
Man, so the buck was running, you know, as best as he can with a broken leg. And I got this one opening, would have been the last shot I had because the way the limbs come in. And I just took it when he was running, and, you know, stomach or something's hanging out. So he'll die. It's just when. So what we're going to do is we're going to back out, give him a little bit of time because it's going to be easy to come into the spot. And that trail he took it's a main trail running through here.
Yeah.
So back out, give him some time, and then go recover him. But he's definitely going to die, and he is a big Rhode Island buck.
Yeah. You got a good one.
Yeah, for sure. So we will we'll see what happens. We'll keep y'all updated.
All right, so you came about here, right?
I came
Somewhere in this area.
Yeah, this is exactly where I came to.
All right, so right there is the tree stand. All right, then take 2 steps this way. Take a couple steps this way, look at those rocks. He was right on the backside of those rocks.
Wow.
That's exactly where he was. He's been messing around in that dirt for a while, and there's nothing but thicket between us and him.
Wow.
So the second you step further, you would have been looking through thicket at him. So he was literally hidden behind a rock.
That's crazy.
And everything else was a hard place.
remember when I wanted to walk that way and you're like, oh, let's just back out and go this way?
Yeah, I'm like, nah, we're going to keep on buffing him that way.
Yep.
We got to get out of here and
Yeah.
get back. I called you from over there.
It's crazy. So,
But I can't believe you were 10 yards.
yeah, 10 yards
From him?
at least. Yeah.
And
It's crazy.
he just sat there for, what, the last 2.5 hours?
Yep. Good
But
strategy, though.
If you can crawl through all those briars, which I don't think you really want to,
No.
you can see all the mud he's been playing around in for
Yeah.
the last 2 hours. He's just been in that one spot.
You can see blood. He's running through here. Let's go find him. Yep. Still in his blood. Oh, he turned. Yeah, I see his blood on this rock. Oh, he's bleeding bad. I can see it going. Okay, so we got blood turning. It's turning this way. So yeah, here's his tracks.
Yep.
There's blood.
Going all over that.
Yep. Blood in the water. Blood in the water. Okay, he's going to water, folks. He bedded right here. Oh. He's right here. Yeah, he's standing looking at me. All right, so obviously y'all saw the buck is laying there. I thought he was standing at first, but he's like up on like a little mound of like a dam of a pond. And we thought about just, you know, his stomach or guts or whatever, they're hanging out, right? So we thought about just letting him expire that way, but I think we can get around on the backside of the dam, according to John, and we can get another shot on him and just go ahead and help it go faster, because we don't want him to suffer. I feel terrible as it is that I've now put 2 shots in him and he's still alive. So we're gonna go do the right thing and put 1 more in him and you know, finish the deal. So it's a crappy place to be as an archery hunter, but sometimes things like this just happen and it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, sooner or later, no matter what, the longer you hunt, the more likely it is to happen to you. It's just a matter of time. It happens to everybody. You know, things go wrong.
Yep. We're gonna go do our due diligence and finish it off and tag this buck. I'm glad you think it's funny. For those of y'all watching, I don't know if we got it on video, but I just about died. So I shot the buck, and all I saw was his antlers come up and him start running towards me. I threw the crossbow down. I don't know what I was thinking, like block his path or something, but oh my God. That's not how I want to die. I don't want to die antler to the body. Oh man. I cannot believe that just happened. I remember watching Meat Eater one time and a moose charged Steve, and I was like, man, how does that stuff happen? But I guess that's how. You got to bed a buck down and you take a 10-yard shot trying to be ethical, and he charges you for his last final hoorah. Oh my word, I cannot believe that. I really hope that John got it, because I just chunked that crossbow, man. I was like, I'm not carrying this thing out. I'm out. Like, I'm going as fast as I can. I don't need something to slow me down. Oh man, so we're gonna watch the footage back and try to figure out where this deer went. Because the last thing I saw was him coming towards me. It looked like he did kind of fall, but man, I don't know. That was nuts. Oh, what a story to come to Rhode Island and have something crazy like this happen. A poor deer, 3 shots, and oh man, we'll watch the footage and we'll track him. I saw him fall. I mean, he's like right here.
He jumped and went that way.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I thought he fell right here on the video.
He jumped. Will you watch the video?
Look at my arrow. Look at the arrow. somehow the arrow's out there, floating in the pond. He did not just go in there. No. 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 He's floating out there. You see him? Come right here. Oh. No. There's a cell. All right, we're going to get the boat. Hopefully there's some kind of oar or something we can row it with, but I'm gonna try to get over to him before he sinks. Don't know how deep this pond is, but I don't really want to get wet. We got an oar? Well, when Justin from Wildline Ropes designed this featherlight tether, I bet he never imagined that it would be used to tow a buck out of a pond in Rhode Island. This is nuts.
If anybody's wondering what he's doing, he's trying to get his deer back.
I'd like to thank my sponsors at Rhode Island Oars for providing this awesome oar that's allowing me to get to shore. Alright, you gonna come help me? Oh man. I just have to start by saying that, I just give all glory to God for this, connecting me with John the way that he did. I actually applied to put a Facebook post on a veterans hunting group, and it never got approved, but John saw it because he's one of the admins and said, hey, if you're looking for a spot to hunt early season, I've got a spot in Rhode Island. And like most of you, probably like, Rhode Island, does it even have deer? It's the smallest state in the U.S. and produced one of my biggest bucks ever. And I am pumped. This deer is probably somewhere around 140, and I just can't believe it. It's my biggest bow buck. It's a little bit bigger than my Illinois buck that I got a couple years ago. To be able to come up here in September and get it done is just awesome. I just want to give a shout out to John in what he's doing. The mission that he's doing is something that needs to be done. Not just getting regular hunters out in the woods, but getting military veterans that are out there as well that are wanting to get in the woods. To be able to get out here and do what we love in a really cool, unique place of Rhode Island is really special, and I'm really grateful for it. So if you're looking for an exceptional hunt with tons and tons of deer, be sure to reach out to John and have him get you connected with an awesome Rhode Island hunt. I flew into Providence, drove 20 minutes, and here we are with the 140-inch deer, on the first morning. Should have had it this morning, and on my mistake on the ranging. And John put me on the big buck, but I didn't seal the deal. We stayed after him. We knew where he was bedded, kind of up in a corner thicket, and we were able to just maneuver ourselves in to where I was 20 yards from him, bedded down, and John just kind of did a man drive through the woods, and he bumped up right there under my tree. He took off running, and I had to take a running shot, ended up getting a gut shot on him, and then bedded him up on this pond dam. Thought we were just going to have to wait it out, and then we realized that we could get up on the dam. I shot at him, put a lung shot on him. He started charging at me at first. As y'all saw, I took off running, and not how I want to go out is an antler. But I took off out of the way. We didn't really see where the buck went, and I looked and I saw my arrow floating in the pond. And then John's like, I wonder if he went in the pond. And I look over and I see just the tip of his body and his tail go up. And I'm like, well, I guess we're going to get wet. I was literally committed to swimming. And we found this boat. I found this awesome oar. And I got after there and used my Wildline Ropes featherlight tether and my killdeer harness and towed him out of there. But absolutely incredible hunt. Be sure, if you haven't done so, please hit the subscribe button. It helps us out a ton. and helps this content get out to people who are looking for it in the algorithms of YouTube. And we're just grateful to be able to continue to do what we do. As a nonprofit ourselves with Revive Outdoors, we're here to make a positive and eternal impact through conservation. And my personal journey as spread awareness for mental health and PTSD is to take a buck in every state that they live in, and to be able to come up to Rhode Island, of all places, only on my third year of being able to do this traveling opportunity from state to state is just really just an amazing experience. And I just give all glory to God in this. I'm excited to get the meat off this guy and feed some families with it, and obviously get this guy mounted up and get him on the wall. But thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode. Taken away from his final resting place, Rhode Island swamp pond. The best part of the whole trip right here. Thanks, man.
No problem, man. Let's have some fun.